Hey everybody, welcome to Live from the Chocolate Room. This is actually the first Live from the Chocolate Room that's actually live. Um, Al- Alan has no fear. He's like, yeah, I'll go live. I'll go live. A lot of people don't want to do it live because they need to make a mistake, and they make a mistake and they need to redo a song.
Over me make mistakes before.
So I am, this is part of the Opelika Songwriters Festival this weekend. Well, this is not officially part of the Opelika Songwriters Festival, but we are both officially part of the Opelika Songwriters Festival here in Opelika, Alabama. And I asked Alan if he would mind stopping by and playing a little bit, and we're just going to do a live from the chocolate room, but he's ready to go live. And I wanted to share some of it. I got to see him play last night, and I was just blown away. And I just learned some more, the way you do arpeggio, that the way you arpeggiate that last thing is great.
Am I on? Can you hear?
Wait, hold on a second. I'll get in there. Defcon Clark, Nashville in the house, or Tennessee in the house, but hopefully you're close to Opelika. Felicia Harding in Sheridan, Wyoming. Hi, Felicia. Ben Slater in Brisbane, Australia. Hello. You seen Vernon Reed and Alan Jam would be exceptional? Yeah. Do you know Vernon?
No.
Nope.
I know who he is. I did a couple tours with Will Calhoun.
Okay. Cool.
But that was with Mark Ledford, trumpet player who played with Matheny for years.
Oh. Hey, Mario V68. Hello. Vince Janella in New Jersey. Has it warmed up there? Hey, Vince. Alan's guitar doesn't have any wrong notes or mistakes. That's right. I think his fingers have a lot to do, and mind. May Sim in Boston. Hello, Yaya Twitchity. Are you in Opelika? Because you're normally in Ohio. Are you here for the festival? If you are, Alan and I are both playing tonight at the bottling plant, the old Coca-Cola bottling plant, at 9 o'clock. And then the jam. The jam's going to be great. And so is it. 9 o'clock. Come to 9 o'clock. But if you can hang out late, come see the jam too. Defcon Clark, your ETA is 1 hour and 13 minutes. Okay. See you soon. Wait, who's driving? You're not watching this and driving, are you? Vince Canella, those arpeggios are smooth and hybrid picked. Hybrid, that's like fuel economy, that's like gas and electric. I don't understand.
I never thought about it because I was the worst in class at MI. I never went to my single string classes because I couldn't do that. Like Steve Morse, crazy, perfect, articulate stuff. I couldn't do that. So it's kind of half hammer on, half legato, half economy picking. Because I do a lot of little quick swoops across, like the Tommy Tedesco, like 2 notes. Not the old Frank Gambale. I can't do that, but I can go.
Cool.
Short stuff, yeah.
Cool. We have to talk about the whole Don Mock and MI thing. Yeah. My experience there. Let's see. Finch sounds nice. Alan Hunt's amazing. Twitch and DF Dub. Dallas in the house. You're welcome. Stephen Famillo. Hey, Stephen. Kansas in the house. Margaret Ryman in Atlanta. Margaret, you coming to the festival this weekend? Kevin and Music Heals. Hello, Jacksonville. Damon Michaels, 6500. Damon, where are you watching from? And welcome. Thank you, Vince. Defcon Clock, did you hear what you just said? Your wife, congratulations again, man. That's awesome. Your wife is driving. Yes.
Tuner?
Oh.
Tuner?
All right, so I'm going to switch to, boom, you're on camera, you're on the... Oh, it's just me. Okay, here we go.
Cool. I'm on camera too? You can see me too?
They can see you.
Uh-oh.
They can see you. They can hear you.
Should I put my pants on?
They can tell you have pants on. Gene Culp Clark. When I saw you in Columbus, Ohio, we both had no gray hair. Is that? Do you know who that is? Are you talking about Gene? Are you talking about Alan? I have a little gray hair. You must be talking. You're talking about Alan? Is that that's not gray, or is that?
The hair?
Yeah, is that your natural color, like
it's
silver?
Gray. It's
silver.
Gray. I mean,
okay.
It's gray. I haven't dyed it in years, and before I came down here, I said, it'd be nice to look a little younger in front of my friends I went to high school with. I put a little dye in there, but not much. It's mostly gray.
Okay. Well, Gene, I guess I'm not sure if you're talking to Alan or me, but
Columbus, Ohio.
I've played Columbus, Ohio before too, but you could be talking about Alan.
Many years ago.
Many years ago.
What? Played there with Gino and Bobby Caldwell.
Ah, nice. So what was tell us what was the name of the first two songs? What was the first song?
The first one was Falling Up, and that's the reason I played that. That's my most listened to one on Spotify,
Okay.
And there's also a little story behind that one, because when I wrote it, I was at Musicians Institute doing my open counseling thing, and I had backing tracks, so I was practicing. Those changes are not. Queen type of vocal song, all these very vocal sounding, and I hear it all the time. If you go to YouTube and look up Falling Up, there's you will never get to the bottom of it, because it's like kids in Korea. People use it at the entrance to get into school.
Oh wow!
Because it's really easy to play the melody, but it presents and there's some mathematics in there. The middle section goes to like a 6/8 feel, but it's really, I'm still feeling it in 4, but it kind of sounds like it's harder than it is. And then there's the solo part, which nobody ever gets right. But there's like a million people playing that song. That's why I played that one first. So it's called Falling Up.
Okay.
Just a play on words.
Are you going to play that in the jam tonight?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I can. Sure.
Okay, cool.
And second song is a song called Confianza, which is, just a lick I stumbled in. That kind of stuff. Just trying to play. And it's hard for me to play right now, because I have a mallet finger, which it's stiff as heck until I warm it up. So that's a hard song to play. But it's called Confianza, which means confidence in Portuguese.
Okay.
I had a Portuguese friend at the time, and I said, what's a good word for confidence? He goes, Confianza. But that's those two songs. And they both featured Jimmy Johnson, a great bass player from Alan Holdsworth days, and James Taylor. He calls me the other AH. He's a funny guy.
Okay.
But he plays with James Taylor now, and Reinhard Meltz is playing drums on, I think, both those songs, actually. We were Gino Vanelli, great drummer from Portland, Oregon. Jeff Babco maybe on one song, and Matt Rohde on the other song. That's the lucky thing about living in Los Angeles. There's so many great players down the street, that you can kind of hook up with pretty easily and go have lunch with. And you meet people, and you do auditions that maybe wouldn't normally happen if I was living, maybe in Auburn, But things are changing, everything's getting a little bit, the world's a little bit smaller now with the internet, of course.
Sure.
But still, there's a personal touch. I like being in LA, like I can go have lunch with Dean Parks or,
yeah.
see Lukather,
Still LA, you can run into lots of people and get
course,
together easily.
And pretty much, I only play at the baked potato. That's pretty much. If I tour, I go to Europe and Japan more than I do in the United States. I haven't figured out how to get my stuff around. I don't know if it'd be too accessible to too many venues. No, definitely not in the smooth jazz world. And that's where I spent too much time when I got out of Musicians Institute. I did every smooth jazz gig there was to do. I don't want to mention the names. The guys, a lot of the 1-1-1 jams, but they were like the saxophone dancing on the front of the stage, and I just wasn't into it.
Yeah.
So
I was living in San Diego those days, watching a lot of that stuff go by.
There's a lot of it down there.
Yeah.
And You know, I played at one time. I was going every weekend. I was out with some different band. I was literally playing with like 6 or 7 different bands, and I just got to where I hated it. I was probably drinking too much and just trying to make it fun, and eventually realized I could write my own stuff. And I decided I'd already written some songs for Patty Austin and Jeff Cashwell, and Larry Carlton. Some people had been doing my songs, but I figured I could either go that route, that had connections in smooth jazz, or I could do what I really like, you know. So I ended up doing what I really like, for better or for worse.
Okay.
And that's for better, of course.
Cool.
You know.
Cool.
You guys did your own stuff.
So, what's your favorite thing to do on guitar?
On guitar?
Yeah.
Off guitar?
On guitar.
On guitar. Well, I learned the hard way how to play better rhythm guitar, because when I got out of Musicians Institute, I was kind of a Holdworth clone. More or less, I could fake it, you know, in Schofield, because I'm out stuff. And I got my first session in Los Angeles, and nobody wanted to hear that. They wanted to hear Paul Jackson Jr. stuff, you know.
Yeah,
so I
sure.
kind of had to go back to working. For some of the gigs I started getting, back then they had cattle call auditions, you know. I started getting some tours with different people where I had to learn, you know, BB and CC Winan, and I had to go back and learn Paul Jackson's great rhythm guitar parts, you know. So that was challenging, and it was really rewarding at the same time. But I've always liked creating a sense of urgency, or maybe that's not the right word, with a solo. Like, you know, I've always wanted.
Thank you, Vince. Sorry, I switched cameras and didn't have the audio. All right.
No, I was gonna say I like guys like Blake Mills and the Rycooters of the world, and I've always wanted to do that finger picking stuff better than I do. And so yeah, that's what I like doing on guitar. I like writing songs on guitar. You know, I like actually finishing a song is probably the most rewarding thing.
Cool.
You know, when you actually get it done, it's like, you know, it's like you learn a little bit something different about yourself every time you actually finish a song. You know.
Right. I got one more question, then we'd love to hear another song. Okay. And then we got to get going, because I got to go see some people play. Yeah, and then we got to...
Okay,
yeah, we got some time before the show. Okay. But what takes you back to... When did you start playing?
Late in high school, like 11th grade.
Wow.
I was like 15 years old. I didn't really... I mean, I listened to a lot of music before. I had older brothers and sisters, so I always had a lot of cool records around the house, you know. So I listened to music and loved music before I knew how to, I even wanted to play it.
Yep.
So I grew up listening to my brothers. They had Sam and Dave and Temptations and Hendrix, when the first and all the Beatles stuff, of course. Henry Mancini. I remember my parents like playing that, and just the melodies were just great. So I loved music. You know, when I hear a song, it takes me back immediately wherever I was. So I got started in high school because I picked it up, and it kind of came to me pretty naturally, especially playing Southern rock back then. It was pretty much Allman Brothers were the only game in town, and I could do that stuff pretty well, you know, by ear. And then my ear started developing, and I started going to school, studying a little bit more, reading Guitar Player magazine, what those guys did to get better, you know. So you copy them, you know. Oh, they're using that kind of pick. I gotta have that kind of pick, man. You know?
All right. So, what takes you back to when you first started? That do you remember just being excited every time you opened the guitar case? What brings you back to that spot now?
Yeah, well, I've always liked vintage guitars. I mean, for me, it's like when I see like an old Telecaster or an old SG or an old guitar, just thinking about the smell of the case and the look of it, and that one that hasn't been raked with a fork to make it look old. You know. Yeah. You know, I like that kind of takes me back. When I hear certain tones and some records from years ago, the Dickie Betts on One Way Out, it's got to be the best humbucker Les Paul through a Marshall sound. That takes me back. But it's songs. When I hear a Joni Mitchell song or an old Beatles song or an old Stevie Wonder song, I just automatically remember exactly where I was and what I was feeling. Old Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm more, if you listen to my music, I think it's much more pop. Because I've had to kind of, go back and do reverse engineering and figure out what it is I do because people ask me. But I realize my songs are more pop than they are jazz. I mean, they have harmonic movement because I get bored. But my structures of songs are pretty much intro, verse, chorus, verse, bridge, and then
if you grew up listening to it,
yeah, exactly. So my stuff comes from more pop. Growing up in the best time of the world for guitar, 60s, 70s, and 80s. I mean, the whole there are 7-minute guitar songs on the radio and stuff. So it was a great time to be a guitar player.
And the pop songs that had guitar solos.
Exactly. That's what
Steve Lukather. I remember listening to you get the fade out. And he do a 4-bar, 8-bar solo in his song, but then that fade out.
Rosanna, I know, of course.
Just kind of just turn it up.
Or the Steely Dan stuff.
Remember the Tubes? He played in it. He did on the Tubes stuff. Anything he played on.
One in a million.
And Mike Landau. There's a lot of stuff that on those pop records.
Yeah.
They end that fade out. It's great.
Michael McDonald had some great Robin Ford stuff on there, or even some of the Joni Mitchell stuff had some great Wayne Perkins. Great guitar parts in there.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
We got to get going. So you want to play? What's the next song you want to play?
I don't know. Do you want a slide guitar song? Do you want to?
Oh, your slide playing is tremendous. Yeah, go for a slide.
Try a slide. This action on this guitar is a little bit low for slide, but I can make it work.
Stephen, Lucas Demon on Running with the Night. Fade out. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I don't know if I'll be able to go live at the festival. Depends on Wi-Fi. But I'll do my best. And if not, I will see you on Sunday night for It Happened on a Sunday acoustic show. And thanks for tuning in and watching.
Yeah, I will. I have a website. I have a Patreon
Oh, that's right.
page.
Yeah.
Should I say that?
How do you get to it? How do you find it?
I don't know. If you look up Alan Hinds, I know I have a Patreon page. You just probably just go to Patreon and look up Alan Hinds. That's me. Instagram. I have my webpage. I have a lot of CDs out there that you can buy if you want to go to wherever they sell them, Bandcamp or CD Baby, all that kind of stuff.
Or there's probably links on your website to those.
There should be.
Yeah.
I haven't really looked at it in a while, but yeah. And there's that Rick Beato thing. I mean, I'm all over it. I'm easy to find.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's a great interview with Rick Beato did with Alan. Really great interview. Check that out. All right, so this is say the name of the song again. Unwrap. All right.
Unramp.
On-ramp.
Instead of off-ramp.
Oh, on-ramp.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. This is Alan. If you're in Opelika, come see us play tonight. And Alan's doing a guitar clinic tomorrow on getting the gig and keeping the gig.
I lost all my gigs. What am I talking about?
And I have my Nashville round with Tony James from Out of the Box, Amber Sweeney, and Eve Sellis tomorrow. My Nashville round at 10 o'clock in the morning at one of the cafes. I don't know which one, but check out the website. All right. Thank you, guys. Here is Alan Hinds.
Thanks, Larry.